Hi, my name is Cooper Pruitt, and I will be talking to you today about how bad drugs are getting in high schools and to help you realize the benefits you can have later on in life by just saying no and standing up for yourself. How often do you go out with your friends and are offered some type of drug? According to the teensdrugabuse.gov, the survey that they make high schoolers take showed that more than 46,000 teens, 8th, 10th, and 12th graders, to be exact, showed that 13% of 8th graders, 30% of 10th graders, and 40% of 12th graders say they have used a drug at least once in the past year. I try and stay away from the kids that are using drugs in my high school, and when people ask me to try something I know I shouldn't, I always say no. One of the biggest problems right now is that drugs are becoming more popular every single day in the high school and are continuing to become more of a problem. The solution to that is researching how drugs affect you, telling an adult if you know someone is using drugs, and learning how to say no when you are offered something you know you shouldn't do. Now I will be talking to you about how drugs are becoming more of a problem every single day. One of the biggest problems across the nation right now is that drugs are continuing to grow in high schools all over the nation. More and more kids' lives are being ruined by drugs. 40% of 12th graders have used a drug with their friends in the past year, according to the Teens Drug Abuse website. 58.5% of 12th graders have tried alcohol before, and 6% has gotten behind the wheel after drinking, according to the Recovery Village website. That means this can be very dangerous for them and anyone else on the road. This is a growing problem that can very well affect you. This can affect your life if one of your best friends is starting to use drugs, and then you have to make a very tough decision. This evidence should help with the problem by helping you younger kids learn how to act when faced with a tough choice about drugs. Now, I will tell you the solutions to how you can avoid drug abuse. As young adults, you guys need to learn who you should be hanging out with and not go places you know there will not be drugs. Don't be going out if you know drugs are going to be somewhere like maybe at a party, friend's house, etc. According to informfamilies.org, 1 in 5 high school students have been intoxicated at a party in the past month. Peer pressure is very hard to stand up against, especially if you are standing up by yourself. These are some ways to avoid drugs at a party or just hanging out somewhere. Find out who will be at the party and make sure no one there will be doing drugs before you say yes. If you know there will be drugs there, then simply say that you have plans or your parents said you couldn't go out. If you end up going to the party and there are drugs around, try your best to avoid anyone that has drugs, or if you are offered drugs, then simply make excuses on why you can't drink or smoke. People may make fun of you or call you uncool, make you feel left out, or even try to make you do drugs even if you say no. Learning to say no can be very hard, even when you know it's the right thing to do. Now that I have talked to you about drugs and all the consequences they can have, let's talk about some of the benefits of standing up for yourself. Even if you are unpopular in high school because you don't go out and party all the time, you will be so much more successful in life than people who do. Roughly 31% of dropouts were currently using illicit substances, while about 18% of those in high school were engaging in this behavior. The rates for the two most abused illicit substances by teens were marijuana and alcohol. Some drugs, once you try them, you will get hooked, and you won't stop until you are seriously injured. If you get caught with alcohol, you can be expelled from school, and in some cases, the cops will get involved, and you could have serious time in jail. All of these drugs may cause addiction or drug dependence, and may cause lower grades in school or dropping out. So not trying drugs in the first place can maybe save your whole life. If you are offered drugs or need help understanding how to deal with it, talk to an adult on how to say no to drugs. If you don't feel comfortable telling your parents, then talk to a school counselor or a therapist. Research or talk to your parents about how drugs can affect your life later on. And right after this, I will be having a one-on-one talk with anyone that wants to know more about the effects of drugs or anyone that needs advice on how to deal with drugs. Thank you for your time, and I hope this speech helped you learn about the effects drugs can have on you.